Hello everyone, welcome to this series of number system wherein we will discuss about factors and multiples. So first we'll start with the introduction of factors and multiples. So what are factors and what are multiples? And so as I have mentioned here, factors are something which divide a number completely. So if one number divides a second number exactly, then the first number is called a factor or a divisor, and the second number is called a multiple of the first number. So if we just look in this example 21 7, so here 21 is exactly divisible by 7, right? So 21 is divisible by 7, so 3 times of 7 is 21. So here 21 is called multiple of 7 and 7 is called a divisor or a factor of 21. I hope it's clear. So if we see here 1024 by 8, so this also is how much? 8 1. So 1024 is exactly divisible by 8 and the quotient we get is 128. So this is also exactly divisible, hence 8 will be a factor or a divisor of 1024 and 1024 will be called a multiple of 8. Or even simple example, let's take 8 and 2. So we know that 8 is exactly divisible by 2. So hence 2 becomes a divisor and 8 becomes a multiple of 2. So this is a relatively fairly a simple concept. So if we for a natural number n, all the numbers including 1 and n itself which divide n completely are called divisors. So now if we see an example of say 8, so 8 can be divided by how many numbers? It is divided by 1, it is also divided by 2, it is also divided by 4, and 8 also divides 8. So here what happens? 1, 2, 4 and 8, all the numbers are called divisors of 8 or the factors of 8, including 1 and the number 8 itself. Now as we can see, so far we have been dealing in only positive number, but can 8 not be divided by minus 2? Yes, it can be divided. If we divide 8 by minus 2, we will get minus 4 as quotient. So this can be divided by negative numbers also. So along with positive factors, there can be negative factors also. So in case of 8, we saw factors were 1, 2, 4 and 8. Similarly, there can be factors like minus 1, minus 2, minus 4, minus 8, because these negative numbers also divide 8 completely. So therefore a number can have both positive and negative divisors. But going forward, generally whenever we will say divisor or a factor, we will mean positive divisor, because we know the negative divisor will just be opposite of the positive one. So if 1 is a positive divisor, minus 1 will be a negative divisor. So if we happen to understand or get to know about the positive factors, negative factors are fairly simple to understand. So henceforth, whenever I will say factor, I intrinsically mean positive factors. Okay. Now we will see the process of factorization. How to find the factors of a number. So for this, let us see some examples. I will go through this concept via some examples. So first example I will take as 48. If I have to find the factors of 48, so what will I do? See, we know that 1 divides all the number. 1 can divide all the number. So 1 will be a factor. So we can write 48 as 1 into 48, right? Similarly, 2 also divides 48. 2 times 24 gives 48. Similarly, 3 also divides 48. 3 into 16. 4 into 12 also we can write. Hence 4 also divides 12. Then 6 we can write 6 into 8. Now what the next number 6 के बाद 7 will not divide 48, but the next number 8 will divide 48, 8 into 6. But we see this is just a repetition of this number. If I say now, just for the sake of your understanding and clarity, I just repeat again. So after 8, what will be the number? Is 48 divided by 9? No. By 10? No. 11? No. 12 again divides 48, 4. Then 13 will not divide 48. 14 also, it's not divisible. Then 15 will also not divide 48. 16 will divide 48. 3. Then after this, you may just keep on checking, but 24 will divide 48 two times, and then 48 into 1. So do we see the, the these numbers are just the repetition of the numbers below this. So this is just repetitive. So if we happen to find the factors below the square root, what would be the square root of 48? Something 48 would be 6.xx. So the nearest integer is 6. So we just need to check up till 6 and the corresponding. So up till 6 we will check and the corresponding multiplier we will get. So now from here we need to find what are all the factors of 48. So here we see what are the factors of 48. Is 1 a factor of 48? Yes, because 1 divides 48. So similarly 48 also becomes a factor of 48. Now 2 divides 48 24 times, and 24 also divides 48 2 times. So 2 and 24 both becomes factor of 48. Similarly 3 and 16 are factors of 48. 4 and 12 are factor of 48. 6 and 8 is a factor of 48. So what are the factor of 48? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Then from here we will go upwards. 8, 12, 16, 24 and 48. So these are the factors of 48. How many factors did we get? Number of factors is equal to 10 factors. And what are those factors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, 48. So fine. Now we will see another example. Let us say example of 360. 360. Okay. So just for the sake of understanding, what would be the under root of 360? The nearest perfect square is how much? 356 we know. 324 we know is under root of 324 is 18, and 19 is 361. 19 square. So it will be 18.xx something. So we need to check up to 18. So what will you do? 1 into 360. 2 divides 360 and quotient is 180. Similarly 3 we get 120. If we divide by 4 we will get 90. If we divide by 5 we will get 72. If we divide by 6 we get 60. Can 7 divide 360? No. Can 8 divide 360? Yes. 8 into how much? 45, 360. Can we divide 360 by 9? Yes. Can we divide by 10? Yes. 10 into 36. Then by 11 it's not divisible. By 12 we can divide. 12 into 30. And then by 15 we can divide. 24 times. Then 18. 20 times. Since we have to check up to 18 only, so 18 we check. Further we will not go. If we go, then it will be repetitive, as we saw there. After 18 it will be 20. 20 into 18, the same case we will get. So what are the factors of 360? So if we see the factors of 360, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 18. Then from here 20, 24, 30, 36, 40, 45, 60, 72, 90, 120, 180 and 360. All of these are factors of 360. Okay. Now we will see another example just for a bit of clarity. If we take 384, so what can we write? 384 is 1 into 384. Okay. And then can 2 divide 384? Yes. Can 3 divide 384? Yes. 3 into 128. Then 4. Yes. 96 times. 5 will not divide 384. Then 6 will divide what times? 64 times. Then 8 will divide 48 times. Then what is it? Can 9 divide? No. 384 is not divisible by 9. Not divisible by 10 also. 11 also. Next is 12. 12 will divide 32 times. And then 16 we will check. 13, 14, 15 it's not divisible. Then 16. 24 times. Basically, when we learn about this divisibility rule of different numbers, it will be even easier to check whether a given number divides a given number or not. But for time being, we can go by the conventional approach of checking a divisibility of any number by another number. So these are, first of all, if we had seen the square root of 384, how much? It's less than 20, more than 19, 19.86, because 19 square is how much? 361, right? So up till 19, less than equal to 19 we could have checked. So after this 17, 18 it will not be divisible, because 18 if we see no, 18 से नहीं है and 19 से भी नहीं है. So now this is, so what are all the factors of 384? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, 32, 48, 64, 96, 128, 192, 384. So these are the factors of 384. So now after having learned this, we will now move deeper into the process of factorization and prime factorization, how to calculate. So now another method is of prime factorization, wherein we learn the process of factorizing a number by division method. So if we see or take an example of say 360. So as per the process, we will divide 360 by, first we start by 2. 1 we anyway know कि 1 is a divisor of all the numbers. So we check with 2. 2 divides 360 182 times. Then further this can be divided by 2 90 times. Then 2 again 45 times. Then again 3 will divide 45 15 times. Then 3 will divide 15 5 times. So what can we write? We can write 360 as 2 into 2 into 2, 3 times 2, then 3 into 3, 2 times 3, and then 5. So can we not write this as 2 cube? 2 into 2 into 2 is 2 cube, and 3 square we can write as 3 into 3 as 3 square, and single 5 as 5. So now what have we done? We have converted 360 into the factors of prime number. So now this 2, 3 and 5 are prime number, and rest numbers are power of prime number. So basically we have converted 360 into the powers of the prime number contained in 360. So similarly, if we see another example, now say 1036, say suppose. So how to find the prime factorization? How to get the prime factorization of 1036? So 1036, we will first divide by 2. What will you get? 2518. Again it's divisible by 2. We will get 259. Right? Then what will we get? Is it divisible by anything else? 3 no, 4 no, 5 no, 6 no, 7 it is divisible. 37. Now we know 37 is a prime number, so no further division is possible. So we can write 1036 as what? 2 into 2 into 7 into 37. This can be written as 2 square into 7 into 37. So hence we have been able to prime factorize 13036 as 2 square into 7 into 37. Right. We'll see another example. Another example, we will take anything, like say suppose any random 3750. So again we check this, how to prime factorize 3750. So first of all, it is divisible by 2, 18, right? Then again, it's not divisible by 2, it is divisible by 3. Yeah, divisible by 3. Now this is divisible by 3, not possible. 5, it's divisible. 5, 125 times. Then again, it's 125 is divisible by 5. Then 25 is further divisible by 5. So we can write 3750 as what? We have 1, 2, we have single 3, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 5. So we can write it as 5 raised to power 4. So this is the prime factorization of 3750. So hope this was simple.